Okay. Okay. Those who joined, again, I'm going to quickly walk through. This is my LinkedIn profile. I will send you in the chat. So you can keep either add me or follow me so that you never miss most of the upcoming initiatives. There are going to be 8 vertical. I'm going to bring all the initiatives here. Even if you would like to participate as part of our community and my cancer vision, you can feel free to reach out to me. And the person who is going to present the upcoming couple of sessions also, his name is Subha. And there is a Cloud and Loud page. You can also start follow because most of the events will be created here. Those who really want to understand what are the upcoming sessions, you can just follow this so that you can register. You will get auto reminders automatically. And even there is a yesterday I published there is a senior level which I'm going to start deliver most of the senior sessions. You can just add in your calendar. Actually, I created only one meeting, but it is going to be almost 70 to 80 meetings because it requires a lot of weeks. And if you have go and follow, then you will go and see all the upcoming events. There are a lot of POC events also I'm bringing in. All you need to do is you need to have Google Cloud or AWS or your own POC mission environment to do this. So the respective GitHub also will be available. All you need to do is you keep this session, you keep the scripts, I mean the GitHub, you can practice on your own and you project yourself. You can claim that you are working in that so-and-so automation or use cases. There is a LinkedIn group. Please spend some time instead of sending all technical to my WhatsApp. Definitely these days I'm getting flooded of technical issues. I'm really not seeing any of the mission messages. So feel free to submit here so that someone from the team or from the community, they will also respond. There is a newsletter. Almost the pilot is about to end. So I'm going to start the technology weeks from tomorrow onwards. So you will get specific information, all free courses, exam vouchers, everything from here. So if you want to recollect what all happened, you no need to go anywhere. Simply you subscribe and you can follow all the newsletter in one single place, all the information. Even if you miss out any sessions, you no need to go and search where the link, where the sessions. So everything is going to be here only. So this link also I will share it with everyone in the chat. Mainly the open source initiatives, it's going to be massive in coming months in Cloud and Loud community. If you are really open source lover, I have a lot of POC tasks. You come here and you do it so that you will explore. You are helping the community, right? So what we can do is either you present or someone we can pick the community. We can ask them to present. If you have some fear on presentation. It's okay, but you will get a lot of good POC task in the upcoming initiatives. Okay, I will hand over to Subha. Subha, you can take over. Subha.
Okay, sir. So let me share my screen. My screen is visible?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. So today in this session, we will cover the topics of init containers. Then we will discuss about the load balancer and ingress. So let's start. So what are init containers? Suppose we have a app server, right? And we have a web servers, and also we have a database servers. So Suppose the database servers went to under maintenance due to some patching, or it can be any reason. So till the DB server is under maintenance, the other app server and the web server should not serve any request, right? Until unless the DB service comes up, it should not. Those two servers should not serve any request. So those two servers should also go to the maintenance, right? So we cover this. This we can do with the init containers. So what happens, like, if database servers goes into maintenance, then those two servers will also go to the init state. When the database servers come up again, then that two servers will also start running. So let's see this scenario, how we can achieve this. So let's first see in our Google. I created this master node. So let's verify. So all the nodes are ready. Okay. So we have the YAML file. So let's explore that YAML file first. So we have two YAML files. One is node.redis, node.yaml, and another one is redis. Let's go here. No problem. Right.
No, you just I think you are pasting the entire one till YAML file. You can copy and paste because there is a -n app1 is there. It's a command. So either copy paste and remove the -n. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So this is the our node.yaml. Another one also I will open. So this is our redis.yaml. So in this, what we will do is we will first deploy the node.yaml file. Okay. So it depends on the redis.yaml. So the node.yaml will goes under the init state until unless the redis.yaml is not deployed. Okay, let's see that. So we will create namespace app1. Namespace is created. Now we will run this watch command in the another master node I have created. So here we will run this command. Just now there's no YAML file deployed, so it's showing no resources found. Let's deploy the node.yaml
So
file.
here, just go back to the screen, Subha.
Which one?
The watch one you opened, right?
Yeah, this
So
one.
as I said, the previous session also, whenever you want to learn Kubernetes, first you need to open two sessions, two putty sessions, and one session you keep on do watch the same command kubectl get all the relevant namespace, the relevant void. The reason is whenever you run the command in the other putty session, immediately you come back here so that you can explore whether it is a terminating or creating or provisioning. So everything you can see on the fly. So if you do this, then whenever you because I'm started hearing many people that I don't have a real-time experience. Even if you go to Kubernetes project, you can work only what is allowed. So there is no real-time specifically. This is actual real-time. You can do this way. You claim yourself, yes, I have a real-time. Yes, I am working in so-and-so technology. Simple as that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So let's run the YAML, this node.yaml.
So first of all, you are doing init, right, Subha?
Yeah, init continuous.
Okay, I'm taking machine for I'll explain something so that you can take over. Can everyone confirm you are able to see my screen? Okay,
Yes.
so I'm going to open up. So first of all, you all tell me, I'm going to give you one scenario. You can confirm how you will handle the scenario. Okay, so I'm going to have one requirement, like my web server, because my client is saying, okay, you need to control 3-tier architecture: web server, app server, and DB server. Okay, DB. Okay, or in most of the cases, you can say a web server, 2-tier architecture. If it is a very small, you can say web server and DB server. Okay, there is a web server means you can access as a website. Okay, this website will have the backend database configured, data source, right? Maybe WebLogic or Tomcat or WebSphere or JBoss or GlassFish, anything. Okay, now I want to take this as a maintenance due to some weekly maintenance or monthly maintenance or some emergency issue. There is some issue, so I need to take out the maintenance. So I need to automate. What I need to automate means my expectation is whenever I take out this as a maintenance, automatically this should go also has to maintenance state. It should not receive any request from anyone, so that at least I can save people to get a page cannot be displayed or the transaction is failure, everything. So how do you achieve this? What are the scenarios you will get into this? Of course, most of the scenarios, right? So you no need to go major script or custom. No, there is a Kubernetes inbuilt functionality is more stable nowadays, called init concept. Already I provided all the scripts we prepared, myself and Subha. So if you can get this and replicate it to your hub.docker.com some repository, then you no need to depend on my repository. You can clone it. If you want, I can share you the steps. Already I covered in we covered in Docker sessions. So better you convert it, because I created some custom image. So you go for it. So when you test this, what we are going to do is now we are going to create this web container. We are going to create the DB container, and I'm going to take this as a down. Okay, or we can do in this way. I'm going to deploy first web. So what it will happen? It will keep on check DB. Actually, DB is not a deploy. So it will be in not running state. It will be in init state. Okay. The moment I deploy DB pod, inside a DB pod, there is a container will start. So what will happen? The web pod, web container, automatically it will try to see this one. So it will, the moment it start up and running state. So this also, the 𝐾𝐸 will be passed, 𝐾𝐸 will be green. Automatically this will make changes the status to a running state, right? So this is the exactly we are going to do. You also later download the scripts and you try it on your own Kubernetes lab, right? So yeah, you can take over, Subha.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, you can share your screen and do it.
Yeah, my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay. So we have created the namespace app1. So now we will deploy the node.yaml file. Let this deploy. Okay. So here we can come. So we will see here the status is showing init, right? So how it's happening? Let's see the YAML file first. Yeah. So this is a node.yaml file. So here we are creating as a pod, okay, a metadata node.server, and container we are using a node server. And here you can see init containers we have given. So here I have written this small shell, this script. So what this script is doing, it keep on checking the redis .yaml file, and it's pinging at the particular port 6379. Here also we can see that here we have specified this is the redis .yaml file. Here we have specified this 6379 port. Okay, so it's keep on pinging that redis at particular port. If it's getting the pong request, it will that node.yaml will also will be started. Otherwise, keep on trying, and it will be in the init state, right? So right now we haven't deployed redis.yaml, so it's still in init state. So let's deploy the redis.yaml, then we will see the status. See, first deploy this and run this command, and then we will run this YAML redis.yaml file. Let's see what happens. So now we have deployed this. See, the container is creating. Soon it will be also will be in running state.
If you see this, automatically when you say container is creating and running, okay, wait for some time. Automatically, what will happen? The running state will make the actual front end also change the status. Yeah, go ahead, Subha.
Yeah, so let's see if wait for some seconds. It will take some time to be
so
in,
because the keep alive has to get a success. Once the keep alive success, then it will change it to running.
So meanwhile, we can move to another topic. It will when it will done, we will check once again.
And somebody is asking, what is the GitHub? You can go and show what GitHub they need to clone it. Shiva.
Okay.
So that after this session, if they want to practice, they can have all the steps and scripts, everything. They can get it.
So you can clone this this GitHub also. I will
go above and github.com/cloudandloud. There is a repository K8s-admin-training. Yeah, you can share this in chat. Probably I can share. Yeah. I can share, no issues.
Okay.
Can you check the description of that part?
Yeah.
So Murali, I'm sending the GitHub, so you can have all. You can better import it in your GitHub account, so that even if we delete or even if we change, you never miss it. Normally, we won't remove any repository, so don't worry.
Oh, not this one.
Can you just go and check the describe, so and see what is happening? Sometimes.
Yeah, it's running status.
Yeah, see here. It will take some time because we mentioned. Can you go back to that YAML file, Subha?
Yeah.
The node-server YAML file. See here, if you see, there is a command we have myself and Subha we have created as some custom command. While true, there is a simple if else kind of a logic. So I will keep on query 6379 port. If it is a ping pong, then it is saying it's connected. So after some keep alive is success, then I can ensure, okay, I have to make myself as a running state. So this way you can even do everything in your own lab and project yourself as you have the real-time experience. Yeah, go ahead, Subha.
And one more thing, this image we are downloading from hub.docker.com. So this is the custom image that we have created. So you can search this cloud and load slash node redis 1.0. You will get the custom image from that repo. Okay. So next we will discuss about the load balancer. So for this exercise, what we will do is we will create a Google Kubernetes cluster engine, and we will do all these further ingress in that only. So now this init cluster init containers exercise is completed. So we will destroy all these three machines. So
yeah, even you can if anyone wants to test again, okay, simple as that. You can remove that database, or you can go to that, go
where?
to the one which you deployed. Can you do one thing? Can you just remove that Redis server based on the YAML file which you deployed, the same command, but instead of apply, you do a delete.
Okay, node 2 I can delete. Right?
Yeah. So can you go back to the command which you deployed? Can you do a history? Can you do a history? Yeah. And enter it. So copy the last command which you pasted. That is the
30.
Redis, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of apply the same command, but just say kubectl delete.
Okay. Okay.
So that people will understand how it is. And immediately when you say then immediately go back to the watchctl.
Wait, I guess I copied wrong. So now it's got deleted. So let's see again here. It's showing error.
Okay. See,
Crash
the
loop
thing
back
is,
off.
yeah. The thing is, the one, if you want to have, you can even modify the while loop. That while loop in the you can just apply again, Subha.
Okay. Again.
Yeah, because the POC always you can understand what is the concept. You can just go and say apply. Yes, just go back to immediately there. Yeah. So again, if you wait for some time, then the keep alive will be success and you can understand. Okay. But instead of that while also we can add, probably I can update in the image. So this is how you need to understand what is happened. So in the real time, you can also simulate the same when you want to deploy this kind of a scenario. You need to make sure your front end image, the container image, should have the same keep alive to the dependency. Basically, you are creating a dependency. That's it. Yeah, proceed.
Yeah. So now we can see like it's came into on the running state again. Before it was showing the error. So now we will delete all these nodes, because when we create the Kubernetes cluster, it requires more space. So let's delete this. So instances are getting deleted. So we'll close this one also, and this one also. Okay. Meanwhile, it's get deleting. We will create a Kubernetes cluster. So how we will create? So you can scroll down here.
The reason is, as part of the Google Cloud free tier, we cannot go with a more CPU, because the Google Cloud free tier will give us some say 2 CPU, 4 GB RAM. So already we utilized 6 CPU, right? So again, if we go and create a Google Cloud cluster, Kubernetes cluster in Google Cloud itself, managed Kubernetes, right? Again, we need some minimum 4 CPU. That anyway we will get a error. Okay, allocated quota is reached. So that is the reason you do all. Finally, if you want to practice the load balancer and the manage Kubernetes, ingress everything, then you can delete and then do it.
So after compute engine, you will see
let's
this.
Wait. Let's getting deleted fully. Otherwise, we will get a error. Let's wait. Just go and refresh here. And then the VM. Just go and refresh. Otherwise, it will throw the error. Yes, instance deleted. Just go one time, refresh. That's it. Yes.
Yeah,
now you proceed.
Yeah.
And one more thing I heard is, whenever I share the LinkedIn URL, event URL, people are not able to open it. See, there is a bug I raised with LinkedIn. So all you need to do is either you can copy paste and try it from your computer, laptop, browser. If you want to try only from mobile, then you need to ensure your mobile browser also logged in LinkedIn, apart from LinkedIn app. In that case, whenever you click, it will redirect you to the browser, and from there you get redirected to the LinkedIn app. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So if you are using the Google Cloud for the first time, so you will get this enable prompt Kubernetes cluster API. So you just click on the enable here, it will show an option. Then this page will automatically appear. Then just click on create. We will go with the standard mode, configure. So it will create. So this Kubernetes cluster will take around 3 to 4 minutes to get launched. So we will go with all the default setting, cluster name 1. So nothing to change here. So we will just click on OK. So we'll just click on create. So now let's wait for the another 3 to 4 minutes for this status to get ready. Meanwhile, we will discuss about the load balancer and service. So as in the previous session also, I have told about this node port and load balancer and ingress. So what is the load balancer? So in the load balancer, what we will
Wait, Shubha. Actually, the bug what I referred, whenever I shared any LinkedIn meeting URL or LinkedIn group URL, if you are click that URL from your mobile, it is not working. It is showing the page cannot be displayed or empty error. So what you need to do is you need to log in LinkedIn account even in your mobile browser. This is nothing to do with the Teams. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So in the load balancer, what we request is we will require it requires the registered IP. So we will get so as of now we don't have any registered IP. So we will use the this cluster IP that we are creating. So it will assign us a external IP that we can use. So in the load balancer, what the traffic is coming, and it is accessing the service, and it is the traffic is divided into different pods. Okay, so in the ingress, what we have is ingress also we have one load balancer. So the traffic is coming. So I have one diagram I will show. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
So in this, the user are
Even
sending the request.
you can right click this and open image in new tab. You can right click this, open image in new tab. Okay. I think, can you go there? Yeah. Now it will be visible for everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in this, so what happens in the ingress, the user sending the request, it's coming here, and we have the load balancer, it distributed the traffic. So in between we have the ingress controller. So what ingress controller will do, it will check which requests need to go where. For suppose here we have suppose we have foo.mydomain. So request coming to foo.mydomain will go to this service. The requests which are coming to mydomain.com/bar will go to this service, right? So ingress is like it's very powerful tool, and it's very intelligent. It decides which request is coming for what, and it will divert that particular traffic to that service. Load balancer, what will do, it will simply divert the traffic to all the machines. So we have so here the traffic will come. So the requests which are coming for the H1.
Yeah, wait. See, node port is only for learning, not for production. Okay. The load balancer is the one which you need to use it for production. So there is a detailed hands-on we have explained in the previous session for node port, but at the time we were not able to explain load balance because we need to delete the current setup. Then only the free tier will accept because of the CPU and memory constraints. So that is why now we are explaining along with the load balancer, along with the ingress. So ingress is simple. As per this diagram, if you have multiple sub application or multiple environment under one single production domain, right? The ingress is going to be really massive and helpful. Yeah, go ahead, Subha.
Yeah. So here the requests which are coming for the H1 dot example, it will go here, and the requests which are coming for this H2 dot example, so it will go here. So from this domain, it will redirect to this and this. So let's check. Yeah. So our cluster is ready. So let's connect. So here three dots are there. You can click on this connect, and you can copy this credential. It will show. So copy this and run in the Cloud Shell. So it will launch the Cloud Shell. Let's wait for some time. We will open in the large window. New window. So it's getting open. Yeah. So press enter. Okay, if it will ask for authorization, you click on the authorize, and then you can start. So let me increase the size. Is visible? Let's paste that credential. Okay. So to verify the cluster, what we will do, we will run few more commands. So this is the load balancer. For this, we need to create a Kubernetes cluster that we have created, and let's start. So how we can verify? So we will run this kubectl get all node, is that command. Okay, no problem. We will just type. So here we can see that three machines are ready. So means our cluster is
So
up
now,
and running.
wait. Actually, if you see very closely, the previous session, previous setup, whatever we did, it's a complete manual way. So you will have control node, you will have worker node, all control node and worker node, it is under your control. This is the managed Kubernetes service. If you go to AWS, there is a EKS. If you go to Azure, there is a AKS. If you come to Google Cloud, this is the GK Google Kubernetes, right? So
Yeah.
if you see here, the control plane, that is a control node, that is a master. It's not with us, it's with them. They will maintain everything. Only thing is, we will get a control on the worker nodes. Yeah, go ahead, Subha.
Yeah. So let's start our load balancer exercise. So first we will create the namespace Facebook. So let me clear out the screen. The Facebook namespace is created. So let's first explore this YAML file that we have. So this is the YAML file that we have. In this namespace, we are using Facebook that we have created, and Nginx container we are running, and port 80 we are deploying, and selectors we have given the load balancer. Okay, so this is the basic YAML file. So let's execute this. So now the pod is created. Okay. So here we can see 𝐕𝐢𝐣𝐴𝐶TL hypermobile. So in this we will get the external IP which is pending. Wait for some time. We can go and watch. So now what we will do is when we will get that external IP, we will copy that external IP in the browser, and we will run that, and we will get that Nginx default page. So yeah.
Can you
So
check
now,
the status? Yes, it's
yeah.
running. So now you wait. So whenever you deploy like this, you will get one public IP. Okay, that is why we are going with the load balancer. If you say you have a dedicated broadband in your home, and the broadband provider is providing a dedicated IP, public IP, reserved IP, then you can do this in your home if you have the adequate capacity, right? Right now we are going with the Google provider. Yeah, go ahead. This external IP, you need to access it.
Yeah. So we will copy this external IP, and we will run in the browser. So here we will run. See, The page is running. Welcome to Nginx. So through this, like this, we can perform our load balancer exercise. And you can also see access the below node machine IP address. It should work from all the client machine IP address. So let's see the services. See, Kubernetes cluster is running up and running. And describe service also we can check. So here you can see the description of the services which are up and running. Okay, so we will move to the next, which is ingress. So ingress, as we have already discussed.
Go back to the diagram again. I will walk through the ingress diagram. Okay, so if you all see this diagram, right? So I have one domain, okay, called example.com. That example.com, but my condition is maybe my client is expecting there is a two application, okay, sub application. Say dev.example.com, sit.example.com, product preprod.example.com, and even you can go with say sit. So multiple environments, but the domain name is same. Okay, how we can segregate in a single domain, but with all subdomains. With whenever there is a traffic comes sit.example.com. In this case, hw1, just for example, .example.com, automatically it has to reach the right part, because that part is running the specific application, maybe a specific web application. So how do you achieve this? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So let's deploy. So let's explore this YAML file first. So here we are creating hello Kubernetes first, hello Kubernetes second, and one is our ingress file. So let's see what's inside this. So this is the hello Kubernetes first YAML file. So here we are creating as a service hello Kubernetes first, and port we have mentioned, and deployment kind of we are using replicas R3. So this is hello from first we have displaying the message. So it's the basic YAML file. So let's first deploy this. So our first YAML file has been deployed. So let's get this get all -o wild. I think here we can run.
Yeah. You can just open the shell. Yeah, you can do it here. Even if anyone wants to do from your Linux machine instead of the Google Cloud shell editor, all you need to do is you need to install the Google Cloud CLI. Simple. Even this is applicable for AWS. This is applicable for Azure. Just a minute, Shubha. In the meantime, you do it. There is a person, Vaishu Madhesir. Yeah, you can go ahead. I unmuted you. Hello. Vaishu Mudashir. I have unmuted you. You can go ahead.
I'm sorry, it was a mistake. I will ask my question maybe after finish.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So we have deployed our first YAML file. So let's get the service hello. We will see this if the service is running. Here we can check. So our service is up and running. So next we will deploy our second YAML file, which is a hello Kubernetes second. Okay, so let's first see what's inside this. We'll copy this file.
Yeah. Just right click and open it up. Yes. Or you can paste it.
Yeah. So this is the same as the first YAML file that I have shown. So
yeah,
here
wait. So in here, if you look at this file, there is a segregated we are using through selector, right? You can give any name, but you can differentiate. OK, if you want to test as part of your POC, just make sure your all name in the first one is first. In the second one is hello Kubernetes second. That kind of a differentiate with wherever the name should be second, so that you at least see the difference while applying it. OK, and at the end of the day, you can put both are going to be in same, but the domain name we are going to map in a different way. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So let's deploy this YAML file. So Kubernetes second.yaml also we have copied. So this command we have already seen, and this will show our so that YAML file has been created. Let's execute this also. So yes, it's running. So now what we will do, we will install the ingress controller, which will divert the traffic to that particular domain. So we will use the helm command, this command, to install the Nginx controller. So let's execute this. Here we will execute in this. So it's already there, so no need to install. So we will update the repo. If any update is required. Okay, it's also up to date. So now we will run this following command to install the Nginx ingress. So we will enable the service.
So basically, after do this POC, then you start explore how to create the custom Helm chart. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
But before going to spend on how to create a Helm chart, first at least get the template already available. There are a number of templates are available. We are using one of the template. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So after this, we will get the wait for some time. We will get that host example.com that we want. See. So here we can see the host we have got example.com. The service is example service. So we will use this example.com, which is provided by the GKS itself. So we haven't registered this domain, so it from there only. So let's test this. So next step, what we will do, we will expose these using ingress. So let's first explore the ingress.yaml. What's inside there? Right click. Here we will see that YAML.file. So yeah, here we are what kind of service ingress we are doing, and we are giving hello Kubernetes ingress. So here we can see like h1.example we are specifying, and here the h2 example dot we are specifying. So what what ingress will do? Ingress will the traffic will come. It will divert the traffic with to h1.example, which is for example h1.example.com, and then it will divert the traffic to hello.h2hw2.example.com.
So here, if you don't have the ingress, right? So we are very simplifying the ideology, like same domain name, okay, but we are splitting it out two rules. If the browser request is coming with hw1.example.com, you can even test it with sit and dev.example.com, sit.example.com, either way. So at least we need to understand the concept. So if the URL is coming, then in this ingress, what are the public IP, we'll see, okay, it's not coming with example.com, it's come with the sub URI. What is that URI? H1, hw1.example.com. In that case, I can reroute the same domain, but with the URI, additional URI to hello Kubernetes first. That is why when I explained there, the YAML file, you need to specify something different, say -first or dev domain or something, so that it will be easy for you to recollect, okay, the service name, where it is going to refer. You already defined the service name. That service name can be anything, but it has to be somewhat meaningful to understand. Yeah, go ahead, Subha.
Yeah. So what we will do now, we will deploy this ingress.yaml. So let's deploy this. So we have deployed this, and then what next step we will do? You define the ingress user with the name dot, and then you specify two host roles, so that
Yes.
h1 dot is routed to hello Kubernetes first service, and h2 your domain is routed to service from your second deployment.
I strongly suggest you all can replace this with, say, dev.example.com and say sit.example.com or up to. So some different way of input. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So we will execute this command to see, get the external IP. So I think, yeah, this Nginx controller. So this is the IP we have got. Let's wait. Okay.
So all you need to do is you need to add this in your local host file, because we don't have any registered domain. If you have, probably you can go and edit the DNS record.
Yeah, that also I can show.
Yes, yes.
So host file.
So
if
those
you
who are trying to use your office laptop, definitely this you cannot practice, because office laptop the companies will not allow. So that is why most of the sessions I'm always request everyone, start create your own lab in your home. Instead of spending huge money on the trainings, at least you can invest in your home lab, a dedicated room, one good laptop with noise-free headset, so that the upcoming sessions you can enjoy a lot. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So this we will get host file. You can go here, Windows C, Windows System 32 drivers etc. Then you will get this host file. Right click and edit with Notepad, and you will come here. So we have got this external IP.
Yeah,
This one.
and those who are really having the Linux laptop or the base OS, someone having the Linux base, you can simply go and give it /etc/host. If it is a Windows, then C:\Windows System 32 drivers etc. you will find a host file there. Yeah, go ahead, Shiva.
So you need to paste this IP here.
So if you learn like this, that definitely you no need to worry about even you are working in a different technology. You can simply do multiple times and change your resume. You go for it. You don't have any kind of a confusion or depression that I'm not working in hard technology.
So let's
Even you cannot. Even you cannot. Even if you go to any project, you can work only what is assigned. So that is why I'm always encourage POC on your own lab. Yeah, go ahead.
oh, wait, we will execute this one.
Yeah, instead of IP, just try with the domain name. Yes.
So this www dot will not execute.
Yeah.
So it's not working. So let's execute this one h1.example.com. It should show the Kubernetes page.
Maybe sometimes it will take some time to synchronize. Can you access the main domain example.com?
Main domain, okay.
Yes. Example.com. Better open 3 tab. One tab example.com, another tab hw1.example.com, another tab hw2.example.com. So that we can have. Okay. So now you go. I think you need to wait for some time. It's taking some time to get through.
So this is where we will do.
You try hw2.example.com. Okay, now open another tab. Can you access directly to the IP address? The output you are getting one IP address, right? Or host file you added one IP address, right?
Yeah, this one.
Because everyone has to understand all possible testing, so that they need to know what they are doing. Yeah, enter. Yeah, see, the one thing is you already designated. I want my application has to be accessible via domain provisioning. Then nobody can even enter through direct not proper DNS channel. So that also we can go for it. I think it will take some time. Can you check the status in Kubernetes? Okay.
It's up and running. It will executed watch command.
Yeah. Can you execute the watch command? Always watch command is really easy and flexible. Instead of go every time and run refresh, the watch command is always, so type watch and that command. That's it. Yeah. Can you minimize the font size? Control minus minus. Okay. Yes. So that we can get one single screen, all output. Okay. Can you go keep and refresh the browser? It will take some time. Okay. In the meantime, can everyone ask your queries one by one? Probably we can have a chat. Iqbal, can you just unmute? I have given.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I just what I know about the ingress is like the object that allow access to a Kubernetes services from outside Kubernetes cluster,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And
So basically, if you have one production domain name, of course, we have we can access our application via normal domain name, right? So the ingress will facilitate with more secure, even for more environments or more sub application, we can utilize the same domain name with more control in Kubernetes environment itself to expose outside world.
okay, and I have actually a little confusion. Ingress is like it's working like the load balancer, right?
Yeah, it is also acting as a load balancer. It is also will control who has to receive what. That is the testing we are doing it now.
Okay, and one thing also I'm confusing like that if we are not implement here ingress, we are simply implementing a services and a deployment file. Then
Yeah,
also we can be accessed with that.
yeah. Our previous classes we checked, right? Yeah, but still, say for example, currently you are working in one project. Just forget about the Kubernetes. Just forget about all the cloud. So I hope you are working in some production environment, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, in that environment, in that project, in that client, how many environment you have before production? Do you have a development environment?
We have a QA
Yes. So
testing.
minimum 3 environments at least before production. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you just imagine each environment definitely we need to sign off after all testing, correct?
Yes.
How do you sign off? You need to have some testing via the public facing URL. Sometimes the testing also will happen from the internet side if it is going to be critical application, correct?
Yes, correct.
But most of the domain, if you go and watch, there will be only the additional URI, maybe dev dot your application name, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So the same only we are trying to understand.
Okay. Yeah. The actually the main purpose, like actually maybe I have not much good understanding. Main purpose is like that we can be access a deployment file through services, but and outside
Okay.
a Kubernetes cluster also.
Okay, I'm going to ask very simple. You are saying you are deploying one service, correct?
Yeah.
Can I share my screen in meantime? Subha, you can check it. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, see, simple. I think I will open up a new drawing. You confirm you are able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I used to draw a lot. Okay, see, simple. You have one server, okay?
All right.
Okay, so you are sitting in somewhere, I would say, somewhere in the internet, correct?
Yes.
So you are accessing some domain, okay, in the internet. This is coming to your Kubernetes environment because your Kubernetes environment is exposed with one public IP, okay? But this public IP is you have added in your domain name. Say, for example, www.ibm.com.
Okay.
So, just example, right?
Yes.
So if you say this domain, then assume you have a lot of sub environments. I mean the dev, I mean the UAT, I mean the SIT. Subha, confirm once you are able to see.
Yes.
So SIT and pre-prod and prod, correct?
Yes.
So now the same domain dev, if I access like this in the URL, because I need to test.
Yes.
So it has to come to the same, but it has to reroute to this part. It has to reach the same, but it has to reroute this part. It has to reach the same, but it has to reroute this part. it has to reach the same, but it has to read to this part. Okay, so in this case, you are saying I have a same Kubernetes cluster. I have a pod, and in this pod, I'm also attaching the deployments. Okay, but
Yes.
my recurrent is even after deployment, what is the use? Everybody has to access it from outside. How do you expose it to outside? That is my question. Deployment will help you to maintain the lot of versions. Okay,
Yes.
which version you want? If there is an issue, how quick you can roll back, or without any disturbance the current services, you can how we can roll back. There is a recreate and roll update. Okay,
Yes.
or you want to go with blue green deployment or
Yes.
yeah. So these are all you can do it through deployment resource. That's fine. But I want to access it from outside. Okay, you can use services to expose.
Okay.
Okay, but services, you are directly one service exposing to outside, correct?
Yes.
But my requirement is something different. One domain, nobody can should not access this application via IP address. If they access, just now Subhash showed, right? 404.
Yes.
You should not allow. You should refuse. I have to come with the domain name because my authentication is tagged associated this domain name, right? So how do you achieve this? So service through service alone you cannot. So that is why we are going with Ingress. Ingress is a really powerful these days.
Yes. Yes. Now it's very clear
No,
picture. Thanks a lot.
no problem. I'm arranging all this argument session because we all learning, but we are not
you explain it
learning
like
with
that.
example.
Yeah. You explain like that full flow chart. It's really very much clear. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Subha, is it working?
No, I haven't displayed yet.
Can you check it?
Checking.
It will take some time, but it is working only.
And meanwhile, just what is the difference in ingress and load balancer? What is the main difference? Like
No. See, the load balancer is the type. Okay, let me just share it again. Okay, see, load balancer is the type. Okay,
yes.
or node port is the type. Okay, or node port. So node port is simple. Node port is directly coming to each worker nodes. Okay, it will never serve on top of the cluster, but load balancer always recommended if you go to any production grade.
Yeah.
Node port is just a information, just for testing whether I whatever I'm doing, is it working or not. That's it.
Okay. Got it.
But what I'm saying is you do everything in your local environment with node port. Once you are sure you have everything, then you go and delete this. And basically, if you have any cloud environment or any static IP environment, which you can facilitate reserved IP, I mean, then you can use this type. This is just a type. The all YAML file, everything is going to be the same. Only the type you are going to change as a load balancer. But when you change a type, you should ensure your environment is directly going to get the reserved IP, public IP.
Okay.
Because in India, there are a couple of service providers, they are providing this option. If in that case, you can do it from your home itself. If you have a adequate, say 2-3 laptops or 2-3 machines.
Okay.
But the static IP should be attached directly to the environment. In that case, you can do this instead of cloud managed. You can do it in your own lab itself. That is the reason we don't have anything. That is the reason we are going with that, because our intention is we need to understand how this works to perform in my interview or in front of my client or in project.
Yes. Got it.
Shiva, is it working?
No.
Okay. maybe you just clear out your cache. Maybe can you tell me your IP address? I can try
Yeah.
out.
I will paste it in the chat.
Yeah, you can paste it in the chat. So I'm going to open up my host file. I'm going to add this Windows System 32 drivers. S- 32 drivers etc host file. Okay, you pasted. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
pasted.
going to copy this. I'm going to paste it in my local host. Okay, I'm just going to paste it.
It's working for me, example.com.
Yeah. Because sometimes if we test everything in our local machine several times, so that sometimes there will be a catch, or if the internet is not proper, that means this will happen. Okay, good. It is coming for me.
But HW1 example.com and H2 is not coming.
Wait, let me just coming here. And I can say this to go and refer. Yeah, so can you see here? It is working. What I did is I added the same in my host file, the same IP address. If you want, you can also add in your home, in your machine host file, and you can also test it. So I simply did whatever he sent in the chat. I just copy pasted. I just going to check this one. So see here. So hello from the second deployment, hello from the first deployment. So sometimes even if it is not working, simple. If you have any office laptop or any friends, you just call them and replace their host file with this information. Okay, this information. Ask them to test it. Simple as that. Because sometimes what is happening is whenever it's a very random. So whenever we update or do multiple changes in our own laptop, the synchronization is taking some time. So what I'm saying is you do everything because the steps are really tested multiple times. You can go blindly, copy and paste, explore it. So if it is not working, simple. If you have any friends who is online, call them and ask them to replace in their host file and ask them to test via some screen share or AnyDesk or whatever. So this is the easiest way. I hope you now understand, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now you can correlate whatever I explained. The same domain, but with a different URI. Maybe you can say SIT. You
Now
try
I
with
think
this.
it's clear. Like you explain like that dev and SIT is like that. We can suppose dev like
Yes. You
HW1.
try this YAML file itself. You try with this name instead of HW1, HW2. You try with this name. That's it. I'm just trying to give you some idea and confidence. So you try and explore. Maybe you can say Vijay1.example.com, Vijay2.example. It's up to you. But how we are applying, but logic is same.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Any other query? Please raise your hand. Probably I can help you. As I said, we are bringing more rain towards the community. Please invite your circle. At the end of the day, we are all going to grow together. We are going to support my cancer vision. So you can follow the LinkedIn and so that we no need to spend a lot of time to send a reminder because there are a lot of work involved in this. So that is the reason